All right, let me go, guys.
Good morning. You know, like greetings or something like this. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I like your necklace. There you go.
Thank you for doing that. Okay.
I got a because I'm waiting on
The whole park is public, ladies. We own it. It's literally to the public. You can't stop nobody from walking nowhere. That's what I'm saying. If you still jumping the goddamn line, it's been like that since 70 years. And I saw them, I was like, oh, they don't have a shot. I don't know what they think. I don't know what they think. I was up there, rolling this thing up there, and some person was let me see this. How do you get paid?
We had to vote in. Yeah. Go on the road. From the 5 about here. Some people going that way, some people going this way. Because there's less people coming that way, but I don't know.
All right, guys, I'm getting closer and closer. This is the reflection pool here. I am on Bad and Red, and I'm on Stormy Henderson. So if you guys want a different angle, also I need to push you guys towards my YouTube channel. Hopefully it's hopefully I'm streaming now on it. I'm sure somebody will let me know.
I always end up in things. You going in here, you know that. We got time where we gonna post it.
Oh yeah, long walk ain't the word. Long walk ain't the word. It's almost like I don't even care about the walk because, goddamn, if it, oh, you know what? I didn't start the live on the Bad and Red. Sorry. But yeah, about 2.5 hours of waiting. I got 2 gloves, sanitizer, ticket, and a green wristband. And I have my temperature checked, and then make sure your mask is good. So when I get up here, they better be yelling out the best damn cheesecake recipe that the galaxy can provide. But you know what I'm talking about? I'm about to go up here, and I'm about to straight better hear the secret to doing gold, making gold from scratch. I don't know, but whew.
My name is Cynthia Austin.
Let's get up here.
And I am the heart-stricken, agonized mother of Marquise Austin. And here we are, after 2 years of advocating for DC's body camera footage legislation to be amended. The mayor of DC publicly released body cam footage that was edited. The lack of transparency in my case is just one example of MPD's widely practiced secrecy that has been criticized by DC residents. As a traumatized grieving mother, Know this, I demand truth and transparency for Marquis' daughter. Thank you to the National Action Network and to the Reverend Al Sharpton for this opportunity.
Good morning. Again, my name is Marion Gray Hopkins. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you on this momentous occasion.
I love it.
Thank you, National Action Network, the Reverend Al Sharpton, and Martin. I'm here as a social justice and civil rights activist and the president and co-founder of the Coalition of Concerned Mothers, an organization comprised of mothers who have been impacted by state-sanctioned and community violence. But more importantly, I'm here for my son, Gary Hopkins Jr., who on November 22nd,
2.5 hours.
at the young age of 19, had his voice silenced by two
I keep saying I've been up for 24 hours, but now the clock is ticking on that. It's starting to go to 25, 26.
And the executioner that night, as we've seen in tens of thousands of cases.
There's another march after this one.
There was no justice.
And then there's no telling what's going on tonight. I'm not missing shit.
That we know is systemic racism.
2020
white supremacy,
has tried to touch me in my
and
other
only
places
equal
that I don't want
justice
2020
for
to
some,
touch me in.
Definitely not for all.
And
The issue of police
this right here
and
is
unequal
my
justice
savior.
for some is
So
a lack of
2.5 hours, 5.5 hours,
police deterrence
I would have been
and
on
no
this bitch,
transparency.
streaming or not.
But this issue is bigger
Streaming or
and
not.
greater than my son. In any one family,
I just wish John Lewis was here, man. I really do.
Are murdered by law enforcement, with black and brown being killed at an alarming.
I'll let you guys listen to whatever speaker you can hear. Let me know if you guys having trouble hearing.
We're dealing with genocide. Martin Luther King Jr. marched here.
Carol, I did not. I had 90 minutes to get ready when I got home to go back out the door. And I got here 5 minutes till 7.
Many local
and I'm just now getting to the stage.
With me on stage today, and I want to recognize them.
Man.
I want the world to know that we stand united in this fight with the many
Ralph, you know
other
I can't answer phone on
across
stream.
the nation to say time for change is long overdue. We demand change now. If there is no justice, trust me, there will be no college essays, and it's going to take a village to bring real change. We're seeing the uprising with the past killings, and most recently Breonna Taylor and George Floyd just this week. Jacob Blake shot 7 times in the back and now paralyzed. We must act with a sense of urgency.
I'm optimistic about Jacob.
I know my son is looking down at the diversity of the village that includes black,
They said
Latino,
it doesn't look
white,
like it might be for life yet,
Asian,
so
young, old,
I'm really rooting for
LGBTQ.
him.
And I know he's saying, do as John Lewis has asked us to do, and that is to let's get into some good trouble. To honor the Congressman's legacy, I would ask that you support the John Lewis Voting Act. We must implement comprehensive and concrete legislative reforms, both locally and internationally. We ask that you support the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. And lastly, please remember to vote. Our future and our lives depend on it. Thank you.
All I'm gonna say is y'all fuck that screen up.
Let's see it for those mothers
How about never do it again?
of the struggle, mothers of the movement.
Sorry, I'm real sharp today. No sleep makes me the worst person I've ever met.
OMG.
Worst person I've ever met. I got it really raining in today.
Is a singer,
I might show it to a troll's house today.
songwriter, band leader, and record producer. His Parliament Funkadelic Collective developed an influential and eclectic form of funk music
What you got going on?
during the 70s that drew on science fiction,
Straight out?
Yeah.
outlandish fashion,
Streaming right now?
psychedelia, and surreal
It's like a
humor.
little choppy once you get up in here.
He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997, alongside 15 other members
So you by
of
yourself?
Parliament Funkadelic.
I'm
And in 2019,
I'm Stormy.
he
I seen y'all. I
and
love it too, man.
Parliament Funkadelic were
I'm
honored
in-
with Lifetime Grammy Achievement Awards.
When Sharp burst,
Everybody's got a little
right
light
there, the windy.
under the sun.
It was
Ladies
insane.
and gentlemen,
That's your legendary.
here performing Message of Hope with Robert Glasper, Derek Hodges, and Regina. Give it up for George Clinton.
All right.
Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let I rejoice. Rise high as a listening heart. Let it resound out as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark has caused. Sing a song full of the hope that has grown us, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
What's happening, C-Fleet? My name is George Clinton. I'm an entertainer. I'm a songwriter. I know how to write lyrics. Give me a beat, and I can make movies. But I'm here today to encourage you. We now have a chance to dance our way out of the restrictions.
Come on, left or straight?
Whatever looks clearer.
Our country and our cities have been betrayed with money. And I believe that somehow we the people can and will.
If you want tickets, you gotta go get in the longer line. We ran out of tickets. I ran out of tickets.
Media only.
Is that what only?
Media only that way.
If you come in the view, you gotta go this way.
I'm just gonna be around here though. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
not gonna let me in without my pass. I gotta wait on my boy.
We let our hunger and our anger waste away. Your country
Ma'am, I got my passes on the way, and I have my business card.
But in order to get it together, we got to get our hearts
Then you'll be able to go
heads
straight
together.
to the right. Okay, thanks. Yeah, oh, you just want to be stationed right here, baby.
Ma'am?
Hi, only media is allowed back here?
But if all of us do some of the work, none of us.
One thing is we have to restrict it all, so it's only like media that's allowed.
Our work does not start and end with our march today displaying our unified. Nor does it end November 3rd at the ballot box, understanding that our vote is just
You also
an
have like the
indication
media
that we
email?
are willing to
Oh, it's on there.
No, your emailing the organization.
Oh, no, ma'am. If I don't have that, that's okay. It's okay. Trust me. Thank you.
Straight?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Building back better. We thought just a while ago that we could make a change. We got happy. We got satisfied. Then we had to learn how easy it was for that change to be changed back and taken away. So this time, we have to be more engaged. We still need to make a change, but it's got to be a strong commitment on the part of each and every one of us. Because in order to see the change, we've got to be the change. The future is in your hands with only 1.2 miles to change. Remember, voters' lives matter. Thank you.
It was the music that gave us the sense that we had to make it and that we would make it.
The time to build is upon us.
That voice, the words, the music
I cannot win today.
kept us
An artist's duty, as far as I'm concerned, is to effect the times.
Nina Simone.
We will shape and mold this country, or it will not be molded and shaped at all. We will shape and mold this country, or it will not be molded and shaped at all.
Lord, I'm down here trying to do what's right.
Whoever sent me that message, just know that I know that. If I had my press pass, I wouldn't have waited in line for 2.5 hours.
Would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with yourself and at war with the world?
That voice, the words, the music kept us moving.
Ourselves. To liberate all our people.
Seems at that moment that I could hear an inner voice.
The time to build is upon us.
Stand up for righteousness.
We pledge ourselves.
Stand up for justice.
To liberate all our people.
Stand up for truth.
Make some noise for Robert Glasper.
Kept us moving.
Let's hear it for George Clinton and others. These 3 words give witness to what has become the life work of our next speaker, a spiritual leader and therapeutic coach. She is in a category of her own. She earned her BA in psychology from Spelman, her Master of Social Work from Catholic University, and recently her Doctor of Philosophy from Loyola University, Maryland. She is passionate about balancing her roles as a wife, a mom of 3, businesswoman, national speaker, counselor, and pastor. Please, our dear goddess sister, the pastor of Church in Southeast Washington, D.C., the Reverend Anika Wilson Brown, Ph.D.
God bless you, my brother.
Hello, my brothers and sisters. It is a blessing to be here today. And I just want to get this refrain going. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
I want to give thanks to Reverend Al Sharpton and the National Action Network and Martin Luther King III for giving us this opportunity. As a Black woman, as a faith leader, as a mental health counselor, I have witnessed the impact of generations of pain and racism. The way that it has impacted us has taken a toll on us as a people. And if we can be honest today while we're gathered down here, socially distanced, I think we can be honest and say we are exhausted. In the words of the powerful Fannie Lou Hamer, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. The recurring crisis of having to fight to win a game that's rigged against us is detrimental to the soul. But yet we stand unmoved and we proclaim in the voice of our beloved Mama Maya Angelou, we shall rise. We are at a chaotic moment of history, my people, where we are being called to creatively imagine what Black life can look like without systemic oppression, without gentrification and displacement. I came to declare today that we stand together in freedom, and we stand against every system that seeks to keep us down. I believe that God is moving us from a place of limitation to a place of liberation. And guess what? The revolution will be televised. This is our moment. Yes, we protest. We're going to press our way to the polls, because together we will win. Power to the people.
Sister Nika, God bless her, Pastor Nika. Our next speaker is the pastor of the historic Zion Baptist Church in Washington, D.C. Leader and community activist. He has served on the Mayor's Interfaith Council for D.C. for the past 8 years and is a previous chairman of the Interfaith Council. He currently serves as second vice president of the Progressive National Baptist Convention Incorporated, which is the convention of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., amen. He's a member of the Morehouse College Board of Preachers, a graduate of the University of Maryland in College Park, the historic Howard University School of Divinity, and Wesley Theological Seminary. Please welcome Reverend Dr. Keith W. Bird Sr., my friend.
I can't even load my profile. You already know.
We thank the National Action Network, Reverend Al Sharpton and Martin Luther King III for calling us all together on this most crucial day and most crucial time in our history. I greet you today from the denominational home of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the Progressive National Baptist Convention Incorporated. We stand here today in the shadow of President Abraham Lincoln, who 157 years ago wrote about freedom in the Emancipation Proclamation. We also stand here under the gaze of our Black Moses, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who 57 years ago spoke about freedom in a dream. Yet, despite the writing of freedom by Lincoln and the speaking of freedom by Dr. King, still not free from the rusty yet resilient shackles of systemic racism. Dr. King declared that we can never be satisfied as long as the Negro is the victim of the unspeakable horrors of police brutality, and as long as a Negro in Mississippi cannot vote and the Negro in New York believes he has nothing for which to vote. And so we've come here today in the name of the God of justice. We've come here today to honor Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Jacob Blake, and countless others. We've come here today to declare that we still are not satisfied. 57 years ago, from this very spot, Dr. King encouraged a generation to let freedom ring. And while we thank Almighty God for the Let Freedom Ring generation, we've come committed today to make freedom ring. Not to let it ring, but we are the Make Freedom Ring generation. How do we make freedom ring? We make freedom ring by raising our collective voices of protest against police brutality and militarized police departments in every community, every city, every state in this country. We make freedom ring by demanding respect, justice, and fairness for our and our communities until Black lives truly matter. We make freedom ring by supporting legislation like the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. Finally, we can make freedom ring on November 3rd by casting our ballots, whether by mail or in person, so that we can end this evil empire and dump Trump for good. I leave you in the words of the Honorable John Lewis. Come on, y'all. Let's get into some good trouble. Let's make freedom ring. Amen.
Tell y'all what, when they start marching, I'm gonna show them how to march.
Amen, amen.
Show them how to march, bro. Show them how to get in that front row.
Our next speaker,
elbows.
my friend and brother from home, he is the public advocate of the city of New York. Previously, he served 3 terms as a New York City Council member from Brooklyn, representing the 45th District. He has proven to be an effective elected official by passing landmark legislation in the City Council, including the Community Safety Act, which created the Office of Inspector General for the NYPD, the Fair Chance Act to combat employment discrimination, and he served as co-chair on a task force that created New York's crisis management system and funded cure violence groups to combat gun violence. He's doing great revolutionary work for our community and all communities. Please welcome the public advocate from New York City, Jumaane Williams.
Everybody say, I'm not okay.
I am not okay.
Everybody say, I'm not okay. Just the black folks in the crowd say, I'm not okay. I want to give space for everybody, but especially our black folks, to say that they are not okay. Because too often the trauma we have after seeing these videos, we're still required to go to work and pretend like nothing has happened. For too often, black women are scared to speak up because of white fragility and white tears. So I want to make sure I give the space for black folks to say they are not okay. Now, when I open the history books, I see throngs of people celebrating a tyrant, celebrating people who were trying to destroy entire communities by division. In Nazi Germany, I saw that. I'm not okay because the fast 4 days in the Republican National Convention, I saw the same thing. We see people who are praising bigotry, who are praising division, who are praising this president who shouldn't be president, and I'm not okay with that. Almost 60 years ago, Dr. King spoke right here, but some people need to keep his name out of their mouth because they don't understand what he was talking about. He talked about the dream, but he also talked about he was scared of a nightmare. This is the nightmare. 60 years ago, he was here talking about jobs and justice. I'm here with my stepdaughter, still talking about the same damn thing. We've only added more names to the death toll and more hashtags. But America is about bigotry. America is about those things, and it always has been. So we can't pretend like we have to pretend that's not who America is. When they talk about law and order, when they talk about the American way of life, we've heard those things to defend slavery, to defend segregation, to put Japanese in internment camps. We've heard all those things to do the worst of us. But I tell you what, we are also America. We are the better America. We are the patriots. We are like Sophie Troll and the White Rose King and Malcolm X. We are like the nameless grandmothers who got in the street and said, we will force America to be who she says she is. So be proud that you are here. Be proud you are in this time, because they are looking back at us from history, and our children are saying, do not forget about us. Remember us. Our job is to push forth a better society that we came from. Nobody here, black, white, or brown, is responsible for the system of garbage privilege that we have. But all of us are responsible for the system that we put forth. If you are supporting Donald Trump, you are either a racist, a bigot, a homophobe, a transphobe, or you don't care if you support one. Both of those things are terrible. Public safety means people have access to housing, education, and jobs, and good schools, and good food. When the communities have those things, they don't need policing. So don't twist our words about defund police. The same communities say we need police, but they also say, where is our housing? Where is our educational system? Where are our jobs we've been asking for decades? Hear them when they ask those things as well. We are here. We are not going anywhere. We are the true America. We will force you to live up to what you say you are. Everybody say, I'm going to vote. Everybody say, I'm going to fill out the census. I know Biden and Harris ain't what all of us wanted, but damn it, they ain't Trump. But we have to get out of this existential crisis, and then we'll deal with them. Peace and blessings, everyone. But remember, we are the true America. Don't be bashful when you say we are the true America. We're going to push back. White fragility is a hell of a thing. But they are frightened because the system they have in place is crumbling before them. Peace and blessings.
I've been to the 80.
Not bad.
I lived off flat shows in Candler Road.
Okay. Yeah, we went through Richmond. But yeah, Atlanta, man, you know, we just...
Next speaker is the lead pastor of Good Hope Union United Methodist Church here in Silver Spring. Her doctorate in ministry project is entitled The Power of Mourning, Creating Spaces of Vulnerability for Black clergy women to Lament and Holler. She believes that grief has a sound teaching others to lament, cry out to God, and expect God to respond. If we tap into the power of lament, we can all be spiritually and emotionally free. Amen. Please welcome the pastor, the Reverend Dr. Tori C. Butler.
Hey. Look, they play him to the stage like the award show. You know what I'm saying? She had a walk and everything.
Good afternoon. First, I want to thank the National Action Network for organizing this march. I also want to thank Reverend Al Sharpton and Martin Luther King III for their diligence, resilience, and perseverance in fighting for justice. Thank you for your leadership and for convening this march. And for my short time I am with you this morning, I want to invite you to ponder some questions. If you lost someone due to police brutality, your loved one's future, have you truly name your pain and not push it to the side or dismiss it? grieved the fact that Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna, or Jacob Blake could be you? Have you ever grieved the moment when you realized your black daughter or your black son was a problem? Have you ever grieved the moment when you realized you could do everything to the T and still not make it home? Have you ever hollering is the sound of grief that comes from the depth. It's a cry against it. It's a cry against it. It's a cry are not. Hollering is that sound.
There was no wake up at all.
Scholar A. Elaine Brown argues that hollering is the cry against racialized and genderized violence.
I had 90 minutes to get ready.
And today we proclaim that we are tired of seeing racialized and genderized violence against black bodies across this country. So today I holler with expectation that God has something better for all of us. I'm expecting that God has something better in the form of the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. I believe that God has something better, hallelujah, with the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. I'm expecting that Breonna Taylor's killers will be brought to justice. I am expecting that Jacob Blake will one day get up and walk. I'm expecting that Dr. King's dream will be fulfilled and the Black America's nightmare will finally end. That we will have that knee that has been on our neck for generation after generation. It will finally come off and we can rejoice in the hope that God has something better for all of us. But until that day, Reverend Al and all those that are gathered here, until that day, I'm going to continue to holler until something happens. I'm going to continue to holler until change happens. I'm going to continue to holler and invite others to do the same because our voices need to be heard right now because guess what? It is time. It is time. Black lives do matter. Not yesterday, not yesterday, not in the past. It matters today. Hollering and to the top of our lungs until justice continues to roll down like waters and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream. Thank you so much. God bless you, and may God continue to be with the families of those who have lost.
I cannot wait to get some Gatorade. Yo, people are saying my feed's cut.
Our next speaker, Georgia, and operates several businesses, including Ray Mills and the Mills Academy, which aims to provide a safe, peaceful environment for located in his hometown, College Park. He has a passion not only for children, but also for youth and young adults, which he couples with his push for financial literacy. He is now working on plans to open a private charter elementary school grades 1 through 5 that emphasizes financial literacy and serves students predominantly from distressed and underserved communities.
Stressed out right now, but anybody watching this, go ahead and share it for me. Let everybody know that basically everybody over here is going through. I also
recognize that young lives that I touch in my work in the
it's something that I heard about before I got here.
Those little black boys and black girls with the hope of tomorrow.
Yeah, guys, we're not sure. We think they're jamming signals out here.
In the innocent eyes in their innocent eyes and the sparkles of their laughter and their youthful play
both my connections
may also fall
Everybody
victim
else around me
of the same fate of Tamir Rice.
And there's some streamers who aren't
Even more, I recognize that my own 3 children, Kingston, Prince, and Kaylee, one day could find themselves asking the same question that Jacob Blake kids are asking my daddy.
You're looking at the memorial.
Not long after August 9, 2014, the shooting of Mike Brown, Landrell Hall and I ran 540 miles from Atlanta, Georgia to Ferguson, Missouri to raise attention and support of the Mike Brown family and his tragic and unnecessary death. Through that experience, I learned much about myself, my community, my country, and that young Black lives matter. Black lives contribute so much to our economically, culturally, politically, scientifically, and yes, spiritually.
No, I'm going to stand right here.
Young Black lives can help make America the greatest nation in the world. Their lives must not be cut short by the same individuals we entrust to protect them. This is why I started the Ray Mills Academy, to give young kids that look just like me a chance at a better future. I leave you with this. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me today in giving our children a chance they deserve by supporting our local schools, bringing back our Boys and Girls Club, our child care centers, and yes, as my good friend, the late John Lewis would say,
Oh, guys, I'll tell you what. If the stream had ended then, that was going to be the end of this portion of the stream. I would have picked back up in March. I feel like the March, it wouldn't be too bad, but right now we're getting like signal interference. My buddy that I was just with, they're getting it, and I'm getting reports everywhere, and that's frustrating. Mainly frustrating because I really just trying to just enjoy this moment, you know, and it's fucking with me. So I'm going to keep it going as much as I can, guys. I'm gonna try to get, you see I just switched positions. I'm gonna try to get a little closer here. So thirsty, so hungry, and I think sleep misses me. I think sleep is like, yo, where you been at?
Our next speaker is the CEO of Spirit of Woman Initiative.
Yeah, it's I feel like, yeah, other streamers have said the same thing. Great morning, Tanya. Tanya, that's like fighting words right now. Great morning. Ugh. I just want a pillow. Some other restreamers are having issues. I'm getting messages all across the board, guys. All across the board. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though. If this cuts out, we're just going to wait on the March. Today's stream feed was great. So we'll just go from there. But other streamers are saying they're having the same issues. Frank Nitty, I really hope he gets up. If not, he's going to have to be around that March. Alright, so I'm gonna set it up right here, man. I'm gonna swig some water and try to listen to this person coming up. If you guys can't hear, let me know. I will try to go around. But it's hard. It's really hard to hear from here because I was just in the middle. I was just in the front of speakers. Now I'm on the side of them. Everybody's loud and stuff, huh? Yeah. Also, I'm not, whoever just messaged me, I'm not complaining. Just trying to explain to everybody what's going on, especially if everybody's feed's going crazy. I want to make sure that I'm confirming with them. I also want to make sure I'm confirming that 27 hours without sleep gets to you, but I'm still here, still standing, still strong. Let's get it.
And we landed because she gave that sacrifice. We want to make sure that our grandbabies, our children, have mothers to raise them, and that fathers are not left to figure it out on their own. My grandchildren, 3 years old and 11 months old, are left without their mother. We must stop this.
Lincoln Memorial up close. is otherworldly. My impression of Washington, D.C. Modern Rome. Modern Rome. Buildings are big, and you can feel their energy. But it ain't like Atlanta, which is a good thing, of course, which is a good thing for both sides. But Atlanta just has that culture of everything. Culture of everything, like everywhere. So much character everywhere. Where here, it's like, I don't know, it's like everything looks executive or, you know, empire-ish. You know what I mean? Like everything. Like, for example, if I can just talk to y'all for a second, because I can't hear shit anyway. And then it's somebody speaking. You know, honestly, it's not even the person speaking that matters, because John Lewis is not here, and that is the only person that I really wanted to come here for, and he freaking died before I fucking got, you know, I'm just gonna leave that alone. All right, so that thing, like, what? Like what? Like what? Did Lincoln? Is that a Sphinx or a? Like, did Lincoln ride that shit? Whew. I am enjoying the moment now, though, man. I'm glad to see all these people. It's a huge turnout. I think bigger number than expected, because they lowered the number like 3 times. I don't know why people do that expectancy. I guess it's not to make yourself look like assholes. Oh, we're expecting 1 million people, and 5,000 showed up, kind of thing. Trump did that before. I don't know if anybody knows that. Hey, Christian. Oh no, that's Amanda Christian. Sorry, I thought it was my buddy. But hey, Amanda. Hey, everybody. How we doing? Like I said before, guys, we all know that I'm gonna keep it on this building, y'all. Like on this camera, it's not shit. But look at that. It's fucking huge, man. I don't know if there's a scale ratio, but you can see that little man. You can see that little man in the corner right here, and then you just see how big this motherfucker is. Like the memorial, like Lincoln was a goddamn one of those Godzilla monsters. Somebody's gonna tell me the right name. Okay, so yeah, if everybody knows, like I said, I'm basically here for the moment and the march. So the march, shit. On top of that, my phone just about died. All right, let me do something real quick, guys. This day ain't gonna get me. Friday's a Monday. Sometimes that happens. Whatever. Let me just get my old stupid fucking. What are you even hooked up to, my friend? What are you hooked up to? Oh, let's get you plugged in. Boom. All right, I'm back in business. I'm on 3%, and if the phone goes hot, it is gonna cut out. If it does cut out, guys, I'm gonna go right back on once the march starts. But I don't want you guys having shitty quality, and basically it's skipping around on y'all, all that stuff. That could be annoying to watch. Like, I would be annoyed to watch me right now. Like, the fuck, man. So now I feel like I'm in the right spot for when the march starts, because I'm not gonna play no games, because literally behind me is where all the media is, but apparently you had to like email a letter, which I knew better. I was like, nah, there's no way that you need to do this, but then there's the way you needed to do it. And now that I know that, when I go to my big events, make sure I sign in or whatever. But I mean, it wasn't advertised like that. Other streamers wasn't really hearing about that, but it's just a lesson learned, right? An email. I ain't sure if I want to even be there. I'm trying to get like this guy, man. My boy wearing three damn cameras. Must be nice to just take pictures, man. That streaming game tough out here. Streaming game is tough. We all dealing with some shit once that connection lead. Photographers, you know, it's just like, let's get focused and you're done. And I got my camera with me, but I don't see too much that I care to remember. I guess I can take a picture of the Lincoln place. I'm ready for the march, if y'all can't tell. I'm ready to really see that experience down in Washington. That's what I came here for. That's what we came here for. So that's what I'm gonna do. I can't wait for that. I'm excited. Still excited. Atlanta, baby. Good to see you. You alright? Good. Good to see you, baby. I gotta find some Gatorade and water. That's one thing. They took care of you when you finally. Y'all know it took me 2.5 hours. Took me 2.5 hours to get to this point, just to be out here. Good morning. Welcome everybody. Kind of taking the moment in for myself real quick. I'm probably gonna end the stream a little soon. What time is it? Oh, I guess not yet. I'm gonna take out through the crowd so y'all can see who's here and everything, and then maybe we'll make it back to the front. You guys can at least hear some of the speakers from my view, and we'll go from there. I need to make my way back over here in 20 minutes. That's a good idea, Valerie. It's a good idea. My problem is I gotta find them. Most of the people I've seen today are photographers, so they're not gonna really be too concerned about picture streaming. I'm gonna go back to my buddy and his girlfriend were having issues pulling up their data. So let's see if any changes. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, guys. No peace. No peace. No peace. Yeah, no peace, man. I really needed that. I needed to say that here. I think they're ending it. Hold on. Let me hear it. Are they coming out this way? Huh? Are they coming out this way? I don't know. Okay, I didn't want to be in your way, that's all. Alright, they definitely making moves. Man, look at these mayonnaise guys. I tell you what, I hope my stream's still good enough to talk about that mayonnaise, man. Y'all thought I forgot? Y'all thought what? In the name of John Lewis, I condemn y'all damn mayonnaise. Condemn y'all. Look at them. Look at them, all three of them. Same color as their shirts, bro. Same color as your shirt. Your shirt make you look tan because you slightly guinea pig pink. All right, I'm done. That was for John Lewis. Y'all did nothing wrong. It was just in memory of The Edge. Thanks again, everybody, joining my stream. Like I said, everything should be pretty much better once we get to go marching. So I'm gonna get that going here pretty soon. Y'all know how I did last night, man, and I think, what's 10 o'clock? That's 2 hours, so 26 hours since I've had sleep, and I definitely get goofy, man. I get goofy. It's better to me get goofy than the opposite, because it's not a good stream just to hear me keep cussing out people. You know what I mean? Turn around, call the cops mayonnaise real quick, remember John Lewis, and we're gonna keep it pushing. We're about to see what's going on over here, because we got a whole squad going on. Got a whole squad going on. They letting people in is what's going on right here. Y'all wanna try to go in? Let's go in. Let's try to see if we can get in there.
The economic net, the poverty net, the police
That was people that had some passes from a group. They all got here together, so I was gonna look stupid again. Stupid again. Back on the prowl. Good morning from Oregon. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for watching, Lindsay. You know, when you guys are ready to hear some speeches, just tell me. Like I said, I'm just here strictly for the moment. John Lewis was actually the one that I was so excited to see, and then of course he passed away gracefully. Goddamn angel, I'll tell you that, buddy. Also, guys, subscribe, follow, like, hit the notification bell, all on YouTube. Make sure you hit that Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and I'm about to have my Discord set up, and I'm gonna have a Patreon going. So all that, man, is gonna be under Bad and Red Media. Just go ahead and hit on that, because when I bring that up, segue into, I actually have it when we went to the John Lewis Memorial mural, and we all just like, they played probably the saddest songs. And Atlanta's such a close community, like really close. Like I promise y'all, like you live here, you live there a year, you'll see what I mean, or at least in the way that I did, I guess. But super community, so like you had everybody sharing stories, everybody met this man, you know, like John Lewis like was at this restaurant, that restaurant, doing this, doing that with the people all the time. So that was a very emotional night. But that is on, somebody got, I don't know, I think that's on my Facebook. I want to say for sure that's on my Facebook, because that was just like a month ago basically. Dave Moon, I just seen your name. I just want to say thanks for being here in the moment, Dave Moon. Fucking rock star name, I tell you that. I know something about rock star names. Here's where we are. Here, I give y'all guys a good look at how the crowd actually looks since you're just joining in. Just check it out real quick. Just stay for like, give me 2 minutes and you guys can rotate again. Alright, so this is the front part of the park. Pretty nice shaded area. Again, this is being in the moment because everybody's ready to march. You know what I'm saying?
But I wasn't a shaven.
I'm gonna be really honest with you. These people that are talking and speaking, I don't know if they really do much. I heard a couple of people that did some things, and I was really proud of it. But the rest of these people, I'm just like, they gave you the microphone for that, you know? Like, we should have just had a John Lewis hologram for 2 hours. You know what I mean? We keep going here, man. In the middle of shit. It's like being in a mall.
I'll put it on the WhatsApp.
Huge crowd. Nice crowd, right?
Seriously lowered the number of unused evictions in our jurisdiction to the full support of our community. The very state representative, 2013-2016,
It's on the rim.
Yeah, Kelly, I like being honest. Cause my honest is kind of brutal sometimes. Like that was really mild, and I felt like that was good honesty, right? Thanks for recognizing that, my honesty. Because, you know, it's like I would be more excited if it was like 63, where there's an actual leader. There's an actual leader that we're looking at. There's one person that we're coming to right now in the darkest of times to uplift us, to encourage us, to motivate us, and to really let us put a fucking boot to 2020. But I don't know such person. You know, I definitely look up to a lot of black men, a lot of non-black men when it comes to a lot of things. But as far as to lead us into what MLK did and John Lewis and all that, we ain't got that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Al Sharpton for putting this together, but he ain't it either. He ain't it either. Also, NAACP, they're not it either. They get jobs done, they get stuff done. I'm not taking that away, but actually what's going on today, you don't really hear from them much. And I only seen 2 marches from them. And actually, I really feel like it's only one that they actually put together. And it was saturated with media. It didn't even seem right. And I'm not even bashing them like that, but you know. But yeah, Al Sharpton and everybody putting this together, man, like, just needed this in the first place, you know what I mean? Needed this in the first place. All right, phone's temperature's too high because I got these cheap ass ropes, man. All right, y'all, let me go get a spot. Yeah, but putting this together is a big deal. That's a start, you know. That's a start. Nobody asked him to be a leader, but he definitely put this together. So I think that's a huge big. But still looking for that voice. Still looking for that wow, man. Absolutely. I love everything everybody does in the black community, from the water boys on the corners of ATL to the rap moguls who finance women through their talents. I really hope this works. I hope this works. All right, if you guys want to, you can come to the Bad and Red Media page. It's on my Facebook page. Just switch over. I've been live on there for a minute. If you guys want to come over there, because this phone might die because it's completely overheated. And it happened like that last time. And I feel like it's this shit. Let me just change course.
Okay, so you should never walk towards the stick where you see where it's sticking at. Walk towards that.
No empty gesture, but we want